Good morning, family. This is your girl, Liz Kissoon, and I am so thankful and happy to be here with you guys this morning. My mission here is to impact, inspire, and encourage. So this morning, I just want to share with you guys, again, I'm just sharing my thought processes and what I've used over the past few years to help me grow and just, be adventurous and just really transform my mind and how these thought patterns have continued and they continue to help me transform my mind. So I just want to share some things with you guys. So this morning I wanted to focus on just one thought, and it's really this: stop being selfish. Like, really, stop being selfish. There's a world that is in need of you to step up to the plate, to be all that you were called and designed and created to be. Like, think about that. Think about how selfish you're being by holding your gifts, your talents, and your abilities to yourself. Allowing your fear to just keep you boxed up in a cage in a prison. So this morning, I want you to really think about, how can I step out in my God-ordained purpose and destiny? Think about yourself. Think about, like, close your eyes if you get a moment and think about that person. Think about that person that if you could do any single thing that you've ever dreamt of, if you were that person, how would that person impact the lives around you? How would it impact your family's lives? How would it impact your loved ones' lives? How would it impact your friends' lives? How would it impact your community's lives? Like, think about that this morning. So today I'm here to encourage you to stop being selfish. Think about every single person's life that your life can affect. I remember when I was going through my battle of, just speaking in front of people. There came this one point in my life where I was in a vocal class and I had to go and rehearse the Shakespeare poem off the top of my head. I didn't have a paper, I didn't have note cards, I didn't have a PowerPoint. It was just me. And there came a point where I had to break past that barrier. I remember I had to walk out the room and I cried my eyes out because I said, I can't do this. I was afraid. I was afraid to do it. And I remember just sitting there. And I had called my dad and I talked to my dad and I said, Daddy, right now I don't understand what's happening, but I'm terrified right now. And I had spoken in front of people so many times through all these classes and things that I've put myself in, but I've always had something there to keep me in line or in track or something to hold or something to point back to. But at this very point, it was just me. It was just me, my mind, and my spirit. And my father prayed over me. And as soon as he got off the phone, I heard, is your fear more than important than the people's lives that will be impacted when you open your mouth? And then I realized that I was being selfish by allowing my fear to keep me behind this cage persona. And every time I would think about that, I'm like, are you going to allow your fear to keep you away from, like, imagine that I was literally, that thought process came to my head that my fear, me having this fear can actually jeopardize somebody's life because I'm not having the courage and boldness to speak. I have no idea whose lives could be impacted when I open my mouth. But just the simple fear of me being selfish. Because when you live in your fear, you're being selfish. So please, when I made the decision that I was no longer going to allow my fear to stay in front of me, that I understood that I could, even by the smallest chance, if I could impact one life, because I opened my mouth, it was worth it. That if I could save somebody's life by something that I said, it was worth it. That fear didn't mean anything. I didn't care how I looked to people. But I knew that if I could say one thing that can impact somebody's life, that was just worth it. You know, I was just actually talking to my sister yesterday, and I told her another decision I made when I was in 8th grade. I was in 8th grade, and I was just going through, 8th grader things, which at the time seemed like everything, because you don't really know truly who you are. You just kind of know what's around you, and your heart's all broken and all these different things. You don't really know how to process everything yet. And I remember I was sitting at this lunchroom table, and in that moment when my heart was all broken, I sat down and I made a decision, because a thought process came to me again, another one, that I was going to smile no matter what I was dealing with. That my smile could save somebody's life. Listen, you don't know who you're coming into contact with. So please, 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 be bold. Be bold and courageous, and don't allow your fear to keep you as a victim, to capture you and to hold you, because there is a world that is waiting on you to arrive. So show up, and show up with every single thing that you have, because you never know whose life you can impact. You never know who you just being bold, walking out in your God-ordained purpose and destiny. You don't know whose life you're going to impact to give them that same feeling, that same purpose, where now they feel alive. They no longer feel like a zombie that's just going day to day, or a hamster in a wheel, but now they feel passion and purpose, all because you made the decision to step outside your fear and to go after who it is that God has called you and created you to be. So this morning, I'm encouraging you guys not to be selfish. There's a world that's waiting on you. There's your family that is waiting for you. Imagine how many people's lives you can impact by just getting rid of fear. Fear is false events appearing real. They don't even exist. Fear is just something that you came up with, or your family came up with, or your society came up with, and it's all these beliefs and things that you just adopted. Get rid of your fear today and stop being selfish. Your family is counting on you. Your loved ones is counting on you. Your community is counting on you to be every single thing that you have been ordained and created to be. Well, that was it for me today, you guys, this morning. And I just want to tell you guys, stay encouraged. Stay encouraged, because the world is waiting on you to arrive. I love you guys, and I thank you so much for spending your precious time with me, because remember, time is one of the most valuable things here in this world. Time is the most valuable thing in this life. It is more valuable than money. So whenever you spend your time somewhere, remember, what is my return on my investment? Thank you guys so much. I pray just blessings and prosperity over you. I pray that you have a blessed and wonderful day. Thank you.